things between my legs doesn't define me. Okay, you are making our young people communist. Are you going to allow your son and daughter to go for that war? Everyone knows whom I'm pointing here. BJP member of parliament, he was saying that to save women, we have to ban live-in relationships. I feel so hopeless among this kind of politicians, this kind of people. I'm like, why do you even exist? It's like one way you are trying to go this way, you are launching Chandrayaan and all these things, and then another way you are trying to like run towards back. Women's body or female body has been used as a weapon for war. I know a gang group of men, stripped naked to women in Manipur, and they grabbed her breast and they grabbed her vagina and they padded her because we are just think that human body are about sexual organs.
Hello and welcome to IndiaTodayNE. Today we have a very special guest. She is unique, she is outspoken, and most importantly, she is bold and beautiful in every possible way. So let's welcome Rituparna here. Bye.
Thank you, Pooja.
Welcome to IndiaTodayNE.
Thank you.
So first, I would like to ask you about your unique dressing style because I'm a fan of that.
What uniqueness you found?
Yeah, you're actually combining the sari with a short type blouse, right? So that is very unique for me. I have never seen something like that. People wearing that actually.
Okay, no, see, when I started wearing sari, it is like I started with my love for sari or traditional cloth because since my childhood I have been seeing my mother looking beautiful at sari, and I'm like, okay, one day I will wear, one day I will wear. So when I started wearing, so I wanted to keep one particular component about masculinity and femininity, both the things. So this is where maybe I started combining both the things. It's not like that I never wear with blouse or something like that. I wear with blouse also. But this is a very conscious decision. I'm putting a sari and then a shirt together, or maybe putting some ornaments which is not typically for someone, or defining one gender or something like that. Also, wearing handloom is a very political stand for me because it's indigenous and it's from local community, and it's one way to support the women weaver also, right? So rather than going for a machine kind of things, I go for hand woven. Like this which I'm wearing now, this is airy and hand woven. So yeah, that's how I always try to pick up things like that.
You have a soft corner for traditional
and handloom things. Yes.
So, and then I would like to ask you that I have been following you for like a year right now. Okay. So I was going by your Instagram handle, that is the Story Mama. So why did you choose that username?
Okay, that's a cute question. But yeah, so many people are actually curious about it. If you will see whoever is watching the video, a lot of books are there, right? Yeah. And if you will spot the books, it's mostly children literature. So here you will not find many books which is for adult. So I basically work with children. I'm a storyteller, and I never call myself as a storyteller, but it's the people who started calling me, oh, Rituparna, you're a storyteller, we like your storytelling. So this is how that story word and the mama word also, and it's not the maternal uncle wala mama, but it's the mama, the ma, especially
the one who comes with a bunch of stories.
Stories and telling stories to everyone. So this is why the story mama. Yeah. So that's the whole background story of my username.
Okay. Yeah. And next, let's start from the beginning. So I want to know about your childhood and your education.
Okay, so my childhood was very usual childhood, just like any other child. With much games and play and roaming around, going to school, coming back from school. It's a very normal, if you will say, normal childhood. But as a child, if I will say, then I was loved, cared, and taken seriously. So beautiful childhood I had in a village in Jorhat, and it's a village where there was no electricity. So till class 10, there was no electricity in my village. So in a way, it was a very different world, And my villagers, my village people were very loving, caring people. And I enjoyed among everyone. I had so many friends, and as I always say, I was the gang leader of the You
That
know
whole
that,
group.
yeah, that bacha party, including
Uh-huh.
my sister and all the girls, especially the girls gang. So it was really wonderful childhood I had. I played, I read a lot. I used to read a lot. I was a avid reader. And then I studied in my village only till class 7. Then for high school I came to Jorhat. Till class 12 I studied there in Jorhat only. And then I came for my graduation to Guwahati, and I did my graduation in economics from Guwahati University, and then masters from Tata Institute of Social Science, Guwahati campus. So I did in social work. So yeah.
Okay, and how did this transformation start actually?
Okay. In the sense,
Like you are, correct me if I'm wrong.
Hmm.
That when did you decide to dress up, dress like that? When did you become a feminist? So I want to know the transformation actually.
Okay, so when it's a one step at a time,
Mm-hmm.
especially the dressing up or expressing. So I'll not say dressing up, expressing myself as I am. It's a one step at a time because you are not allowed by the society to express as you are, or to be just who you are. So it's like always, you be hidden or something like that. So one step at a time, like for example, when I was in masters, when I started putting lipstick and going with a kajal to college, I think that's one step. Maybe another day I put up a dupatta and I went to college or my class, and that was one step. Like that. Being a feminist, it's a very conscious decision, and also with my experience when I came along with my identity and my work in the society, and I felt that if I believe in one ism, that's feminism, and I love calling myself as a queer intersectional feminist because my feminism is intersectional, and this is where we have to take stand also. We have to talk about everyone, so we cannot leave anyone behind also, right? So it's about my experience, how I look at the society and how I see social change, and through which we can achieve. And for me, it's feminism. So that's how it is a very conscious and political decision for me to be a queer intersectional feminist. And it's not a one day, okay, I am this, and on tomorrow I am this. No. So but you have to live with it. So for me, feminism is that you are living that whole ism with yourself, and you are always trying to be a better feminist. It's not about one day thing, or it's not about the absolute right or absolute wrong kind of things, right? So how much you are learning every day, unlearning every day, and relearning every day. So this is my journey with feminism. So,
Okay,
yeah.
and as you have said that you decided to put a lipstick in
Huh.
the graduation time, right?
Hmm.
So how was the response then?
So I had a very supportive friend circle there
Yeah.
during my masters, actually, not graduation. And graduation also, I had very good friends. So from there, I was very protected by them, that my
Okay.
friend circle, right? So it was a mixed experience since I studied in peace. So not much backlash or something like that I faced from my friends, because everyone is like aware, and people are like, no, no, you have to accept. Of course, there were some, who's hazards or something like that, but it's not something very bad experience or something like that when I started expressing. So it's been always that I'm getting acceptance. The people whom I know or whom I'm around or I'm surrounded by. If this unknown people or the strangers, maybe they give some uncomfortable gaze, or at times maybe
Like
some
a
comment
gaze
or
or
some,
something.
yeah, it's mostly gaze. Not many people dare to comment on me when I'm walking. Uh, that's how I try to carry myself, right? Not someone, okay, who is talking from behind and giving a comment on me or something like that. Maybe they're like looking at me like, who is coming, or something like that. And I take pride also on that, that my presence is that only, that nobody can ignore.
Yeah, love me or hate me, you can't ignore me.
Yeah, so not exactly that, but yeah, of course. So if I'm walking, actually, I make my presence. So many people have said also, Kiriti, when you come with a force, so it's not just about that negatively someone is looking at you, but it's just that they cannot ignore you, that you are just here, it's just there. So I take pride on that, actually. If I'm walking, maybe in Sanmari or maybe in Jew Road, wherever, people will make sure that they will look at me. Maybe that's my aura. And I take pride on that. Yeah.
And nice aura you have.
Yeah.
I do love that.
Yeah.
And next, can you define feminism according to you in a some scenario?
Okay, so see, feminism is basically we everyone knows for equality, but you will be a little bit different how you will look at feminism, and I'll be look at my feminism in a little bit different way. And we do not need to cancel anyone, right? Oh, you are better feminist, that person is not a better feminist or good feminist or something like. We should not put tag or something like that. So in some context, if we will see, or if I say in terms of feminism, we are still a long way to go. We
Many
are
things to
still,
improve.
yeah. So it's like not many issues we are taking up. Not we everyone is being able to come together. We are still working in different areas, or in different setup or something like that. Probably we are not being able to see a common goal, or we are not being able to bring it as a movement kind of things. But it doesn't mean that there is no effort. A lot of people in their own capacity, in their own way, they are trying to do, and they are contributing. And for example, me also, I'm just trying one part, right? Just like maybe one X person or one Y person or another person is just trying another part. Maybe all of us together, this small part, we can contribute to the larger movement. But what I believe in some context, yes, we need to come up together, and also very consciously, very politically, we have to put forward our thinking and how we are defining our work and what we are seeing. So, yeah, we cannot work in silos. That's what I believe. So, yeah, that's the Assam context maybe I believe. Yeah.
And you are also very outspoken about the gender equality. So why do you think it is necessary here in Northeast actually?
It's necessary everywhere, because it's not just about me. It's just not about you. It's about everyone. Like maybe Gaurav, who is our camera person today. So not calling Gaurav as a cameraman. This is why I also have to talk about gender. For example, why it's not a cameraman, it's camera person. Why? Tomorrow a woman or a trans person will not be a camera person or white. They will not be in the behind the camera or white, right? So it's about us. It's about you, it's about me, it's about everyone. We cannot ignore, we cannot avoid it, be it men, be it women, be it trans, be it any queer person. And from morning till night, and from our home to our friend circle, to our dining table, to our classroom, to our workplace, to our political space, everywhere we cannot avoid talking about gender. And it's not about one person things, and people may say, oh, you always talk about gender, what's there? And like, you cannot avoid it, with that's the first identity you get, your gender identity, and your whole life get defined by it, right? And be it Northeast or be it anywhere, we need to keep on talking about it, because we everyone know that we are living in a patriarchal society, and how it's harmful for all of us. And which that if we want to put hammer in the patriarchy, and we want to go more towards equality, we have to look at from a gendered lens, and we have to talk about gender equality. So it's very much necessary in Northeast, and how we are talking about it in every segment of the society, not just one place or another place. No, we have to talk everywhere.
Okay, and you are also promoting the idea, gender neutral washrooms. So, what is that actually?
Okay, so thanks for asking this, Pooja. I'm glad that you have been observing my work very
Yes,
closely.
I've actually been a fan of yours actually,
So,
admiring you.
gender neutral washroom, why? One thing is that it came from my personal experience, also a lot of community people's personal experience, what I have observed in my growing up and when I started my activism. So when I was a child in school, I was bullied, and I could not access my school toilet very freely because there was always bully. So I needed to hold my pee for a long time. It happened in college also. In masters, maybe not. But then I have heard from my community people that they have been holding their pee for a long time because you don't have a space to go and do your just basic need. This is pee, or just getting relieved from this nature call. And it struck my heart, and it's like my brain that what can be done with, and it brought me back to my childhood experience also, and my personal experience also. And this is where and I started researching and thinking about it more, and I got to know about the gender neutral washroom idea, which happened in many other places. It's not a new thing which I'm talking about. It happened in many other places.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, right. So then I started thinking that why we cannot run a campaign. So gender neutral washroom, for gender neutral washroom, we are advocating through our campaign, no more holding my pee, and we have a petition in Change.org, and we do a lot of other activity, and where we are demanding the Assam government to give a policy change or bring some notification to higher education institute as a priority now to bring gender neutral washroom. Gender neutral washroom is very symbolic to make our spaces more gender inclusive. This is why we need, and also it will give more space to the queer community, that in this college or in this university there is a gender neutral washroom. It means it's safe for me. It means there is this conversation around it so that I can be more myself. And this is where we are doing, and we see a lot of people criticizing it. There are a lot of other parity and all. Why you cannot go to a male toilet, and why you cannot go to a female toilet? There is toilet too, but not much. For male, there are spaces to go and do pee. Like you just go and at the roadside, you just do it. But you as a woman, how much you have to hold your pee when you travel. Right,
Yeah.
you have to look
I
at the
have that
surround.
horrible experience.
Yeah, we have been always seeing that and experiencing that. Now, for example, me, I do not want to go to a male toilet. Why will I go? I do not identify as a male or man. And what about if I will go to a female toilet? What will happen to me, right? Am I being able to go very freely or not? So think about a female assigned person who identify as a transmasculine person or a trans man. What about them? Like, how they will access a male toilet? What will happen in the male toilet? We know everything, right? So this is where we need a gender neutral space, and it's a symbolic way. And people may say, oh no, maybe there will be some bad things or negative things will happen. What about restaurant? In restaurant, if there is a one toilet, everyone go and access, right?
Yeah.
It's about changing our mindset. Why you were thinking that this is a unsafe space or something like that? Why we cannot make it a safe space for everyone? Yeah? So this is where I see why it extend with the gender neutral washroom.
As you have said also that you are being bullied because of this actually. So can you also, would you like to share some incident of your?
So see, I don't blame much my classmate or something like that. They were also very young. I was also very young. That's the whole system it works. So this is where I never blame an individual or person. It's always about the system. So when I was bullied, all those name calling and all those things, and also when I talked about the toilet, I remember someone came and spanking in my butt and like saying something nasty like, oh, why you are here, you should go to the girls toilet. So those things when I was growing up I heard, and it hurt me a lot, of course, that time. But now I'm like, okay, मैंने माफ कर दिया तुम लोगों को, because I know तुम लोग नादान थे. So this is where my whole work around gender and with children and with young people started. Because at a very young age, if we address children, address our young people, to be more empathetic, not to bully anyone. It's not just about gender, it's about anything and everything, not to bully someone, right? So this is where everything, and incidents are like that only, like saying something, doing something, making me uncomfortable, a lot of things. And I don't like to talk much about it because childhood memory, okay, fine. So,
Okay, comes and goes.
Yeah.
And also you are organizing many workshops about gender sensitization with young people. So why do you choose the young people actually?
Okay, as I just said now, if we talk to our young people, they are the one tomorrow, they are going to be adults, and they are going to take responsibility in our society, and they will be in different positions, and they will be they are going to be there, just there. And I see hope with young people. Like it's like the people who could not change themselves, could not change their perspective, why I should invest on them. And nowadays, if I see our young people, I see a lot of hope. Why? Because they are more open-minded, and they have more access to informations and internet and all these things. And I'm also a young person, right? If I can bring change in my capacity, then any other young people like me, they can also bring change in the society. This is what I believe as a young person. And this is where I started targeting the younger than me, those people younger than me who are still in college and university. Because what I feel, who made uncomfortable, like me, uncomfortable, bullied me, those are my peers, right? So it means very young people. So if we will go and teach them, if we will go and talk to them, maybe they will start thinking in some other way. In our time, we could not know about all these things. There was no discourse, there was no conversation around it, right? This is where maybe we made our mistakes. We did our mistakes, right? So then why will we will allow our younger generations to do all those mistakes or to repeat all those mistakes? Why not go and just talk to them, tell them, have a conversation? Maybe then I will put a blame on them. Oh, after talking also they are not learning anything. But without teaching, without talking, without having a dialogue, without having a conversation, how I can blame young people? And it's a very trendy thing now to put blame for everything for young people. And I am saying to anyone who is listening here, please don't put blame on young people. All the older generations, they have made lot of damage to the society. It's we are trying to repair now, and our young people are trying to repair now. For example, for environment, for the climate, if someone speak out or talk, that is the young people. They're more aware, they're more conscious. If we talk about safety or maybe gender equality, it's we the young people who talk more. It's not the older generation. Yeah. If we talk more about sustainability, then it's us, the young people, not the older people. So in Assam, if you will see all these Zubo, Sinkhalata and all these things come, drugs and everything, why our young people are going towards those, way? You have to reflect. The older people have to reflect. Just don't put blame on them. You did not know how to raise a child. No, yeah, as a parents, you did not know. You bullied us for a long time. Like, just reflect in your parenting style. If you were a teacher, if you were a college professor, any educator, reflect in your style of teaching. How much helpful, how much empathetic you were towards your students, how much empathetic you were towards your child, how much pressure you put on us. Maybe in our generation or maybe the previous generation of us, so much of pressure just to be a doctor, engineer,
to have good marks.
Yeah, good marks and all those things. You tried to make us as machine, and then when now things has damaged and you are putting blame on the young people. Young people did not just came from somewhere. They were raised to be like this. So this is where I put blame on the parents and the whole system, structural system, the political scenario. For example, now goons we will see in the street, putting some nara and torturing someone, the young people who are, we have raised them like that. We have made them like that. We are snatching away opportunity from them. We are not giving them an aspiration that you can be this, and we are showing them ki juddha koribo lagibo, kiba koribo lagibo. I'll talk here also. Some political leader recently talk about it that the Ahomia Dekalora will go and fight with some community or something like that. You are teaching, you are making our young people communist. Are you going to allow your son and daughter to go for that war or go for that? You start with that, then you talk. And everyone knows whom I'm pointing here. So we are teaching our young people to be spoiled. So this is why I have hope on that also. That if we speak to our young people, we have conversation and dialogue, and we come together. We are the one going forward, and we have to bring sense. So yeah.
And also the another topic, same-sex marriage. Supreme Court debate is still going on actually. Why is the delays happening?
Why the delays happen? I like how you frame the question. Why delay happening? Yeah, it's much delay actually. In a welfare state, in a democratic country, when we are bound by the law of equality or through constitution, it's everyone's right. It's about right to equality. So the delay maybe it's how we are not being able to look ahead that what our constitution speaks about. Our constitution is most beautiful constitution in the whole world. One of the most beautiful constitution. It gives us all the right because of where we are standing together, which is much dignity, right? We have rights. So when our constitution doesn't discriminate against anyone, but how come we, with religious context, with cultural context, we can discriminate someone? It's about civil rights, the equal marriage. Yeah. For example, maybe I do not want to confront to the institute of marriage, but what about in a society, in this country, everyone can enjoy the marriage rights, and you were just enjoying, and with that also a lot of other civil rights things comes. So then why are some section of people will be discriminated on the basis of their sexual orientation or maybe their gender identity, right? Because it has to be the from the rights angle, from the equality angle. I'll just give one simple example. For example, you are a corporate employee or maybe some any other employee. When as a employee you get health benefit, for example, the health health
Insurance.
insurance, sorry, health insurance. That time for spouse also it comes, right? Yeah, if it's a heterosexual couple or that that kind of couple. What about a gay person or a lesbian person who are capable enough, who are qualified, and they are in a certain position and they can avail the health insurance, and just because they are not recognized by the law, then their spouse or the partner is not going to get that benefit. What about nominee process? Yeah, for a lot of things we do that. What about the property rights? Property rights is for everyone, right? What about that? It doesn't legally identify that or recognize that you can enjoy these civil rights. For basic things, for hotel booking also.
Yes.
Yeah, you are going as a couple, but or maybe your people are partner for long, but you have to go and say that, oh, we are friends. But a husband, wife, or any other heterosexual couple, they are not going to say like that, right? You are coming for a rent agreement. That time also, how you are going to make a rent agreement? Very small thing, I'm saying.
For
But
married
it
couple,
reflects. Yeah.
married couple, because they have that mark, right?
They have the mark. Yeah, but for others, you don't have that certificate also, marriage certificate. You can't have that. And you need that certificate for many places. I'm not saying marriage is a social institute many people want to confront and we need to break it as a social institute. But what about legal? Then you break it for everyone also. No? Don't make it a legal thing for anyone. If you're denying to some people. So yeah.
And also, some leaders, political leaders, are very outspoken that they are against the same-sex marriage. What do you want to say about
Leave
that?
it about same-sex marriage. I saw 2 days back one, BJP member of parliament. He was saying that to save women, we have to ban live-in relationship. Yeah, it's like what? They are saying that to save women, we need to ban live-in relationship. These are the kind of comments they are saying. Another MP or some another political leader I heard, even in heterosexual marriage also, parents' consent should be must. They are saying that. So I feel so hopeless among these kind of politicians, these kind of people. I'm like, why do you even exist? From where do you come? It's like one way you are trying to go this way, you are launching Chandrayaan and all these things, and then another way you are trying to like run towards back, backwards, like what in older time or ancient time it was like that. So I don't see much hope in this way, And also one thing is that politicians commenting on that, I'm like, you keep it with yourself. You don't know me. You don't understand my community. And try to have some broad mindset. That's it. And tomorrow, anyway, you're going to die. You are old now, right? So
That's a good
yeah, you can't take a lot of things with yourself. And what you are like doing, तुम्हारे घर के आंगन में ये बम फूटेगा तब पता चलेगा. In the sense, you will get to know if your child or anyone will come and say, hey, dad, or hello, papa, I love this person. Then what are you going to do, right? And please educate yourself. Please educate yourself also from empathy and have some brain. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
When the transition happened, so was your family supportive?
So for me, I had never a single moment where I went to my family and I said, "Oh, hi, I'm this," because I'm a little bit jiddy person. If you will see me, also if you're talking, for me, my sister will never go and tell my parents that, oh, hey, I'm heterosexual, or hey, I'm straight or cis person or something like that. Then why I should go and tell my parents that, oh, hey, I am a trans person. I'm just child for them. So that jiddipun is there with me, and I waited myself to be financially independent. That I'll start working and I will do whatever I want to do, and that time nobody can put a question to me because I am a consenting adult and I have independence emotionally. financially in all the aspects. So why I should be dependent on my parents in that sense? So that's why I'm saying this. I never went and told them also, because I deserve just like as a child for them, to what I need to enjoy. So, but resistance, not much I can say. My mother is really supportive. My father comes under peer pressure because as a man he thinks that he has much to lost, much to lose. So this is where at times he became upset. But I never faced violence. So I'm very close to my parents. We have very cordial relationship, and yeah, we are just a family, just like any other family who have ups and downs and everything. So yeah.
And also about Manipur violence, you're very vocal about that, and you have shared a quote or something. So I have written in here, you have written that end all sorts of gender-based violence and using women as a weapon of war. Why have you written this?
We
Can
have,
you explain this?
yeah,
Actually?
we have been always seeing that since ancient time or our history, that women's body or female body has been used as a weapon for war. Anything, anytime now in modern time also, any conflict happens, it's the women and children they suffer most because of the body, nothing else. Because you think that by capturing women's body, you are going to harm the honor of the other community. So my question is that who told you to put the community's honor or religion's honor to women's body? Women never asked for it, right? Women are never asked you put your community's honor on me, on my body, that tomorrow you can do whatever you want to do to me. Nobody asks for it, right? So this has women always say, look at in a family jhagra also, family fight also. With the women's body, we always comment. I'll go and do this to your wife. I'll go and do this to your sister. And
This
this
is very
is yeah,
disrespectful,
and
right?
this is where you can see all the slangs word, which has sexual connotation. It's always about women's body and different role of women, like all those mother and behan and then all those slang, right? Why its connotations has to with a sexual angle, because it's women's body. By capturing, you can disrespect someone or something like that. But this is where we are saying this: is stop using women's body as a weapon for war, and this has been we are seeing everywhere, everywhere. I know a gang group of men, like, stripped naked to women in Manipur, and they grabbed her breast and they grabbed her vagina and they patted her, because we are just think that human body are about sexual organ. This is where we are trying to build this trans narrative that and this is where I always say, if you will read my poem also, if I hear my public lecture also, that things between my legs doesn't define me. Look at this, all those terrorist group, they capture women and they try to make them sex slave. So yeah, and it boils you that you feel so helpless, and it's happening all over the world, all over the world. It's not just one incident. This incident that too got viral after 2 months.
2 months.
2 months. And now look at our politicians, what they are trying. What they are trying to put blame on each party and another party and another, as if this is a party politics kind of things. Yeah. Don't you have women at your home? Don't you have friends who are girls, or are you not associated with any girls or any women? How can you speak? Are you not a women? All those women politicians who are playing around and blabbering and not really trying to focus it as a human rights issues or women rights issues, and you are just concentrating on your party politics. I feel sad. I feel upset, and being a trans person, I feel more hopeless, because there is no value of this body. Nobody will talk tomorrow if violence will happen to this body. Such things, women's position, and then you think about the trans person's position. Nobody is going to count. Maybe people will say in Assam, so bhale hol nahi hoti enekwa. People will say like that. They will be disgusting. They will say maybe like that. So then where? You live with everyday fear of violence, and it's increasing. It's increasing. how we can see our current time.
Thank you. Your words are very inspiring. I got to know so many things from you. So I would wind up the question for now, and then we'll play some game.
Okay.
I have told
What
you
game?
that.
Is it a copy with Karan so?
No, 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 no.
You have a
Not
rapid
like
fire
that.
round?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
We would like to play a game called Whisper Challenge. So now we're going to play Whisper Challenge with Rituparna. Let's see how fun that could be. Okay,
excited.
first I'll play the Matar Gasti song. Will it be okay?
Huh? Huh. Now what?
Yeah, I will say.
Huh.
You have to understand.
Oh shit! You will not allow me. This also will in my head.
Okay. First, easy peasy.
Again?
Easy peasy.
Easy pleasy? Is it?
Good one. Second. Cricket, cricket. Cricket, cricket. Cricket,
Pig.
cricket, cricket.
Oh god, I can't. You are not doing lip sync only. You are like this. How will I get to know? Please say. Please say again.
Cricket.
No. Please skip.
Third. Olive juice.
How was that tree?
No. Olive juice. Olive juice.
Olive tree?
Olive
Olive?
juice.
Oil.
Juice. Juice.
Olive. Olive juice. Oh.
Then fourth.
Robert.
Strawberries.
Again.
Strawberries.
I can't. Oh my god.
Next one. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Yes, forget about it. And move on.
Okay, done.
Done.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I
It
got
was so
crazy. What was the second and third?
fun. 1 minute. The third one. This one, cricky and freaky. And this one, strawberries. So viewers, that was Rituparna. As I have told you, that she is bold and beautiful in every way, and we have learned that. And I have learned so many things from her. She is so inspiring, her words and everything. So we are very grateful that she is here with us, and she have told us many stories about herself. Thank you, Rituparna.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much for coming and speaking to me. And that putting headphone was my first time experience, and I thoroughly
Did you
enjoyed.
like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like it's a fun conversation with much, very important and political things we discussed, but some things which were fun, and for the first time I did. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.